Stupid. No, it's gonna be better. It was just getting warm out. Yeah, it's still cold, babe. I'll pass on that one. Catherine's so pissed off that he's getting advice from other lawyers.
What?
I said, Catherine's so pissed off that he's getting advice from other lawyers. He can't even talk.
No, it was. Yeah, they went overboard.
Good afternoon. We're going to start our study session. All righty, I have item 9. I'm going to call that ready. And I also, along with all of the counselors, have item 10 for Equal Pay Day in the city of Syracuse for women. So we will be passing that resolution today. Thank you. Counselor Thompson.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 11 through 14. These items are ready with the exception of number 14, which I'm going to hold for a committee meeting between now and the next meeting that we have, the next study session. So 14 will be held. So 11, 12, and 13 are ready if there's any questions.
Councilor Rudd.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 15 to 20, 15, 16, 17. I believe we're all ready unless anybody has any other questions. 18, I think we're going to get an explanation on an update. The bond ordinance, Dave Delvecchio. Dave, welcome. You get to walk right up to the mic. I heard there's an update on item 18, the bond ordinance authorization for the JSCB.
Yes, I think we're requesting to hold that. Some confusion on the details on whether it's a new ban. I think currently it was approached as an amendment. I think well, that's why we need to hold it, because Joe Barry and myself, we need to clarify and move forward with a new ban. I believe that's the approach we will take.
That's what I used to say.
Okay, so I will hold 18. 19 is ready, and 20 I'm going to hold.
You're holding 20.
Yep.
Thank you. Councilor Green.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 21 through 30. Item 26 will be tabled and held. Are there any further questions on item 21 from the council? Okay, the rest of my items are ready.
Thank you. Councilor Carney's not here, so.
Councilor Carney has items 31.
He said on Wednesday that it was ready.
This item is ready, unless there's any questions.
Thank you. Councilor Lovejoy.
Yeah, that item was called ready on her behalf on Wednesday.
Is this the one we're going to do the
32?
Well, we're going to have executive session.
ask for an executive session on this one? 32.
Have to explain, but it probably will be better.
Okay. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I know what it is. I can see what it is. I know what the discussion was too. So when was the executive session? When was that decided?
Scheduled immediately after this.
I know when that happens. But let the rest of us know that there's an executive session, and then we'll talk about it. Yeah, that's no good. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Councilor Allen.
Thank you. I have items 33 through 70.
I just want to point out for the record that item 33 is in your handout, has the amendments that the council wanted to make to the budget. So the budget in there reflects the changes after you had, the input from the public hearing that you wanted to make. So if you have any questions, you should review that.
Right, so 33, everybody was able to get their final request in, and like he said, it's in there so you guys can look at the numbers. So item 33 is ready. It's in the packet. If you go all the way to the back, it's
Mark 33 at the top right-hand side.
I know, I see it, 3-3.
And it has the budget shows the corrections.
Okay.
it doesn't say it like in there, like which person. Yeah.
Right, then show.
Okay, all right, so 33 is ready. And item 34 was ready. 35 was ready. And 36, 37, 38 were all ready. And 39 through 70 we'll go through individually. I'm not sure how we'll deal with District 2.
I have District 2.
You have it?
Yes.
Okay. And then for District 1, he didn't have any that was ready last week. So I'll hold his as well for District 1. Okay, so the first one, item 39, that one is actually ready. And also 3rd District.
Just hold them.
I'll hold the 3rd District as well. So 40, I'll hold. 41 and 42 are still being held. 43 is held. 44 is held. 45 is held. 46 is held. And 47, Councilor Driscoll?
Yeah, hold that one, please.
Okay. 48, I'll hold. 49, hold. 50, hold. 51, and 52. And the following items, 53, 54, 55, 56, and 57 will all be held.
58 is all right to go.
58 is ready.
Yes.
59 will be withdrawn. And 60 will be held, 61, 62, 63. And Councilor Thompson, 64.
Yep, do we have somebody here to go over item 2, or 64, 66, and 70 from District 2? I just want to get a clarification on a couple things. Can you let me know on 64? I guess we'll go in order, 64. What, the last time I see here, it's, we've sent 2 letters. Has there been any contact, and is there $55,000 owed in taxes?
Yep, the tax value is current when I pulled it last week, and no further contact from the owner.
Okay, that's ready.
So this one, from my understanding, is a vacant lot, right?
Right, so we send the letters to the address and the tax record.
Right, but the vacant lots are the ones that we're having the issue with the land bank. So that was the purpose of
Oh, is this
holding
the,
vacant
this,
lots. Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they're just selling it off to the next door neighbor and making it a side lot, which we don't,
So these, the vacant lot ones we've been holding because of the, waiting for the land bank to,
right, to kind of like, this is part of a demand, so to speak, for them to actually produce something instead of open lots all over the city.
okay, then this is good. We'll hold it then. Go ahead. Can I ask about 60, are both those vacant lots too? 67 and 70?
67.
67 is a vacant lot, yeah.
Correct, both of those are vacant land parcels.
Okay,
We really can't do these by districts. We gotta go in order.
Yeah. So 65 will hold, 66 will hold, 67 will hold, 68, Councilor Driscoll?
You're wanting to hold until you have a...
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
69 will hold as well. And then now Councilor Thompson, item 70.
is 70 also a lot?
No, it's a structure.
Okay, so then let's move with 70. Let's see what we got. What's owed, what's paid, and what was the last time we contacted them?
The last contact was a letter. We had no follow-up from the letter mailed to the owner. It's unoccupied.
And that was in February?
Mm-hmm.
Taxes.
Taxes are
63,000,
63,000, and what's the,
assessed at 59.
okay, move that one.
Okay, thank you.
Is there if we, looks like Ms. Pasquale wants to say something?
If I might, items 68 and 69 on your agenda, these are actually as part of the redevelopment of the Cooper Graphics Building, these two lots.
Oh, great.
In order to put the RFP together for that project that went through your agenda a few months back, these lots were associated with that for parking.
Apologies, yeah, that's
The
it.
project?
There's a large building, it's formerly known, I think it's Cooper Graphics.
Cooper's Decorations down on 200 Maple Street. It's just
Right.
behind, you know where the Burger King is on Erie Boulevard? There's a vacant building back there that's been an
Vacant
eyesore
for
for
long.
quite a while, and there's it's just been returned to the land bank, and there's a lot of interest in it. So yeah, I'd like to move those two forward if that's all right.
So what is it being used for?
It's
still
currently
nothing now.
vacant.
It's still vacant.
Right, but you said it was gonna be used for parking?
These two lots, in order to redevelop the building, they're not able to RFP. The building has 0 parking, is my understanding, and that these two city-owned lots, I think these are city-owned. Sorry, one is city-owned and one is seizable, excuse me, are required in order to be part of the redevelopment strategy for that large building.
So one of them was attached to 200 Maple originally.
Correct, I believe so.
They're the ones back behind Summit.
Yeah, I know. It's where people do the dumping and stuff.
68 and
Burger
69.
King, I know where it is.
Yeah.
The only part that sounds different is you said city-owned.
Sorry, one of
They're-
them, item number 68 is actually owned by the city of Syracuse.
So why wouldn't that be like the asset sale, the way other assets that are city-owned, like?
It
right, 'cause
did,
there's a
and
different-
it's appearing on your agenda now. Originally, the land bank had asked for all 3 of them to go at the same time. And there were some issues with those 2 properties. I don't know why they administratively didn't come forward.
So we can't just sell these directly to this company? Why aren't we doing that?
There is no company, that's what the building's just known as. There is no company in it. It's been vacant for some time now.
So no, I'm saying like whoever this is that's doing this, it's a redevelopment, I'm assuming?
Correct, it has
Right.
not been RFP'd yet.
It hasn't been put up for bid yet, so it's like we basically have been pushing this along.
Mm-hmm.
So this is to attach this land to the RFP?
Correct, so that to make it more valuable as a, to a potential developer for whatever purpose they might be interested in. We all felt strongly that these lots needed to go with that RFP all at once.
Okay, I understand that.
Thank you.
Should we count this as addition? We give all the things to the land bank for $151 or $1 in the one case. I guess that's the city-owned one. So is it like, I guess this one's inherently more it's going to add value to the RFP, right? So
Well, the
this
land
is
bank's
really
not
just
gonna
us.
sell it to them for $1.
I know they're going to sell it for something. So this is us. I'm just saying this is one of
back on the
the
table.
times where we indirectly increase our subsidy to the land bank. That's all.
So we should be selling it for more than,
The one for the $1 is, and I think they mentioned this at the last meeting, was that one had no title work attached to it because it's the abandoned portion of the street. That's why it's only for $1, not the 151. So that's, if you have any further questions about the value, to obviously talk to the Commissioner of Assessment, but that's why there's a difference in that.
I just want to mention that this is, and I'll say this generally, it's part of the problem, with all due respect, with the lack of communication. Obviously, if we would have known what the intent was here, then it'd probably be a little bit less confusion up here. And I made a point of mentioning that in leadership last week, specifically in reference to economic development. We tend to not hear anything until the moment, and to the credit of the current mayor, communication when he was deputy commissioner was a lot more consistent, and we were well versed long before an item came before us in the chamber. So I just want to mention that for consideration as an effort to maybe reduce some of the confusion and the red tape.
Okay, thank you.
And before you leave, Stephanie, Commissioner, question for you. being that the Syracuse Developmental has now burned, and I saw that it was delinquent, is that seizable now?
It is, yes. We've started the process to pursue that, and also we had secured the building, so there was additional fees placed on the property for boarding and securing.
Okay, so we are going to seize it.
We're moving forward. The title is really challenging with that to dig through to figure out who the actual owner is. But yes, we're working through that.
And I know it may not be you that sells the property, but I know that we have, what is the Mitzvah building and the developmental center and all these places that people in Israel own. We're not doing that anymore, correct?
You mean when the city is in chain of title?
Yes.
Not to my knowledge. I mean, we've had recently, I know you participated in an RFP process for the Powelson site. Anything that's city-owned is going through a very public RFP process.
Okay. We catch it, trying to take it back from those folks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Understood.
So just to be clear, 68 and 69, I'm actually going to hold them only because I'm not comfortable with the whole process of it. So after this, I mean, if they waited this long, they can wait another 2 weeks. But I would like to talk to you after.
Okay.
Just so you can kind of give me the rundown of exactly what it is so I'll know. And then just for future references, like something like this, if it's explained ahead of time and a little more in detail, then it makes it easier for us to make a better decision.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm all set. Thank you.
Councilor Driscoll.
I think we're going to need to hold this one another session. I have item 71. Amendment to the tax ordinance, and I believe we'll hold it for next book.
Thank you. Councilor Allen.
Give a waiver.
Oh, I forgot. I have item 72, and it's for a zone change. And this was, well, Councilor Carney isn't here, but yeah.
All righty. And I move that we go into executive session for the purpose of discussing item number 30, what? Two.
And 18.
And 18. Can I have a motion? Second?
Second.
Thank you.